The beginning of our timeline takes us back to February 2021, when a missile fired by Iran-backed Houthi fighters was intercepted over the capital of Saudi Arabia. The missile was aimed at Riyadh and was intercepted and destroyed, causing minimal damage. This event was followed by an explosion on an Israeli ship in the Gulf of Oman, with Israel pointing to Iran as a probable culprit. Fast forward to October 2023, escalating tensions in the Middle East saw President Joe Biden visiting Israel. Iran and Hezbollah threatened to support Hamas against Israel, raising the possibility of a broader regional conflict. Concerns of a wider conflict involving Iran, Russia and China were raised, with potential consequences for U.S. interests in the region. In April 2024, former National Security Advisor John Bolton criticized Israel and the U.S. for a perceived failure in deterrence following Iran's missile and drone attack. He called for a strong, disproportionate response from Israel to re-establish deterrence and suggested targeting Iran's nuclear program. Fast forward to the present day. The Israeli military has conducted missile strikes against Iran in response to an Iranian attack on Sunday, when Tehran fired hundreds of drones and missiles at Israel. Most of Iran's volleys were intercepted or caused little damage. Reports of explosions in Iraq and Syria have also surfaced. Iran, however, reported the interception of a suspicious target near the city of Isfahan, with no damage reported in the area. Israel's military and Prime Minister's office have yet to comment on the situation. Despite these events, commercial flights continue in and out of Israel, and the country's Homefront command system, responsible for issuing threat alerts to civilians during tense military times, didn't change its threat level. Flights in Iran were temporarily grounded in the morning, but resumed just a couple of hours later. The US and other Western allies had been urging Israel to forego a military strike to avoid a regional conflict springing out of the Israel-Hamas war. Those concerns rose when an airstrike, which Iran blamed on Israel, killed 2 Iranian military commanders in the country's consulate in Damascus, Syria, on April 1st. In conclusion, the Israel-Iran conflict remains volatile, with risks of further escalation. This conflict isn't just between 2 nations, it's a complex web of alliances and rivalries that could potentially lead to a wider conflict involving other countries in the region. These unfolding events have global implications, affecting not just the Middle East, but also the interests of global powers like the US, Russia, and China. It's a situation that the world watches with bated breath, hoping for a peaceful resolution, but preparing for the possible consequences of a wider conflict.